What's up, everyone? My name is Sam Villa, and I'd like to welcome you to the very first episode of our poetry writing sessions. Now, I'm super excited to start this project with you guys because, one, I absolutely love writing. I've enjoyed writing since I was very little. And two, I just thought it'd be awesome to create a platform where other people can come in and join and gain some experience in writing as well. Because I know that everyone can be creative, everyone has the ability to write. It's just that sometimes you need some help or some inspiration. And that's why these videos aren't necessarily tutorials on how to write, they're just videos to inspire writing. So, how these videos will go is that each time we come together to write, we'll be focusing on a certain theme. Now, that theme will change with every video, but we'll just be using these themes to give our writing a sense of direction, as well as to help us as the writer explore various emotions and ideas that we may have never considered before. So, grab your pen and paper or whatever you want to use to write, and let's get started. Awesome. So, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, today's theme is kind of a funny one, maybe a little strange, but definitely exciting because I thought with our first video, let's just get into something crazy and something wild. So, yesterday I was reading a little bit of poetry by Walt Whitman, and he has some writings that just are titled Songs of Myself and then a number, right? And so, going along that, I was like, what if you tried writing about a song that is yourself? And so, we'll be writing a poem that is supposed to describe a song that literally encompasses you as a person. Like, if you were a song, what would you sound like? So, this one's gonna be fun, that's for sure. Time to get creative, get the thinking cap on. So, I have a beginning in mind, and I really hope you like it. Alrighty. So, here I have written, listen closely, because I've been working on this one for a long time. Now, I really love this beginning because it builds a lot of tension. Even though you're not actually going to hear something, I'm telling the reader to listen closely, right? Because there's something that's going to come. They don't know what it is, but something's coming. Also, by the way, I failed to mention that with today's poem, we'll be writing in free verse. And for most poems, we'll probably be doing that. Just because with free verse, we have the liberty of writing kind of just how we please, We don't have to worry about any sort of rhyme scheme or meter pattern. Don't worry about that for now. We can go into those things much later on. But right now, just relax, go with the flow, write what you're feeling. So immediately, I'm thinking these lines really stick out on their own. So I'm going to create a new stanza for my next one. And this poem is probably only going to be a few stanzas long. I'm not going to keep you guys long, but go ahead and keep writing as you please. Do what you want with your poem. Hey, it's yours, so go for it. Okay, I think I want some imagery in here now. Nice. So, check this out. The next lines here are, it starts off with this soft, subtle, silky smooth bass line. So velvety, it's as if the strings have tempered down into a rich, lush chocolate. I don't know. This is what came to mind. And it feels really fun. Feels really honest. Um, Especially because first instrument I learned to play, and really the only instrument I know how to play is the bass. So I feel like if this song is about me, then it's got to start with bass. And there's nothing more exhilarating and more ear catching than a soft, subtle, silky smooth bass line. Now, I think I want some more imagery still before I dive deeper into the heart of this poem. Just because, we've only gotten a bass line and, we need the rest of the song in there too, so I'm going to try and keep going at this. Alrighty. I hope it's going well for you guys. Hope the inspiration is coming. I'm really enjoying this poem so far. It's been a pretty mind-opening and enriching challenge, and I'm liking the words it's sparking inside of me. So, check out these next lines. Then, one after the other, the rest of the band eases their way inside. Drums, keys, guitar, building up a carnival of colorful rhythms and electric harmonies. So I really like where this poem is going, honestly. It seems thrilling, like an extravaganza, and I don't know, it's making me feel good. I'm feeling good about this poem, really. And so I think this is where we dive past the surface. We get into really what our song is about, right? We can get into the emotions, the ideals, the thoughts that are put into our orchestra. So let's try and challenge ourselves and get past surface level. I don't know why I always try fitting my words in one line. It never works. So here I'm trying to capture how, honestly, in regards to myself, I feel like I'm a beginner at things, right? I'm still learning, and learning gets me excited. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what's more fun than learning and getting a new skill set or whatever. And so that's why I've chosen to write here. And while the song has barely begun, the stereo speakers are overflowing with fervent charm. Just to kind of capture a sense of youthfulness and kind of show that I'm naive and I'm just eager to learn and to become better at whatever it is I'm doing. But really hope it's going good for you guys too. I think I feel like this is how I want to start this line, but I don't know where it's going to end up just yet. Spilling out. Just to kind of tie in with the overflowing that I've written previously. Okay, so what I've written here in the last line of this stanza is spilling out eagerly all over the floor. I've written that because, I make a lot of mistakes, and honestly, I feel like, just like this line, that I spill out all over the floor. But I do it eagerly because, I don't mind messing up or being being a beginner at something. I think it's exciting, and I think it's fun to get yourself out there, even though it's hard, even though it's challenging and scary. It's still fun. So I think we're almost done here. I just got one more stanza to go, and I feel like that will be a good place to end for now. So I've been thinking about the ending for a little bit, and I finally have a grasp on what I want to accomplish at the end of my poem. Because this is the end of your poem, and you want to finish strongly, and you want to finish somewhere that's going to leave you satisfied and maybe leave the reader satisfied, unless you want to leave them wanting more, which is also cool. So this is what I got for you guys. And there you have it. That is the last stanza of my poem. I'll read it to you guys right now. Every wave of sound you hear wasn't born inside a box of tubes and wires. They were made by hands, hearts, and minds, all of them greater than mine, the true authors of the song I sing. Now, I've written this because, honestly, there have been so many great and amazing people who are a true blessing in my life, and they've shaped me in who I am, my family and friends. They've really inspired me to be creative, to do what I enjoy. And so I feel like I can't talk about myself without giving credit to the people in my life. So I just want to make sure that my poem was true to them as well. Because without them, there really wouldn't be me. But yeah, I really like what I've gotten down here on the page. I do want to make a few adjustments though. For example, I'm not crazy about this line anymore, the one that says the rest of the band eases their way inside. I think what I'd want to change that to is something like, so I'm thinking of changing it to the rest of the band struts their way into the park. Because I think I want to add some confidence into that. Eases sounds a little passive. But struts, it has more action to it, it's more visual, so I think I like that more. And the other thing is, this is just kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I don't like that I've used the word song twice. Not crazy bad. I could keep it and still is fine. But I think I would just rather bring some more vocabulary inside. So I'm going to change this song here into melody. And now we get to do the real fun part, which is coming up with the title. I think I want my title to be closely tied with my poem. And I'm looking at this line, the song I sing, and I'm thinking, that's gotta be it, It's simple, right? This is the song I sing. And so, I think I'm gonna choose that as the title. I like it. So now I think I'll just read the poem one last time for all you guys to hear. So it's called The Song I Sing. Listen closely, because I've been working on this one for a long time. It starts off with the soft, subtle, silky smooth bass line. So velvety it's as if the strings have tempered down into a rich, lush chocolate. Then, one after the other, the rest of the band struts their way into the park. Drums, keys, guitar, building up a carnival of colorful rhythms and electric harmonies. And while the melody has barely begun, the stereo speakers are overflowing with fervent charm, spilling out eagerly all over the floor. Every wave of sound you hear wasn't born inside a box of tubes and wires. They were made by hands, hearts, and minds, all of them greater than mine, the true authors of the song I sing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that you were able to write a poem that you're proud of. And even if you're still working on it, that's okay. I'm probably going to go back to this poem, tweak it a little bit, maybe I'll get some ideas later. But just remember that your poem is your poem. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just about what you feel like putting on paper. And I'd also like to invite you guys to leave your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Maybe share some resources that have helped you become a better writer. And I honestly would love to see some of you guys sharing some of your own work that you were able to write using today's theme. But thanks again for joining, and in the words of a very kind person I once knew, enjoy the journey. Thanks, you guys. See ya.